Round numbers and their psychological impact on the forex market, using the stop loss clusters as a visual guide. Why do retail traders use round numbers? Instead of saying you bought this car at 18,983, it's much easier to say 19,000. It's less taxing on the brain. We decided to break down complicated subject matter into manageable chunks. So instead of saying or memorizing 18,983, it's just easier to say 19,000. You round up or you round down, and this is what humans do. We strive to make our lives easier. Instead of memorizing 5 digits, it's just easy to remember 19,000, isn't it? While not necessarily being correct, it's a close approximation, and this is why we desire to use round numbers. It just makes our life a little bit easier. And so by using round numbers for your stop loss in trading is a common occurrence with retail traders. Using round numbers is just so much easier. Now, he mentions trading the dollar CAD. Note the zigzags. It's quite untradeable. We had a high, followed by two lower highs and a lower low. So that results in a mixed forecast. Start of the month, this is the monthly pivot, we had a higher low, and then we made a higher high. What's it going to do next? Without the sentiment, you would have absolutely no idea on the direction. We can see it's a buy on the static sentiment. On the dynamic, it's quite sideways. However, at the high level, we should probably be going up because they're short. Okay, so at least we have like a vague idea about direction. Without sentiment, you would have absolutely zero idea, and you would encounter a lot of losses. This results in a lot of uncertainty and confusion due to the mixed nature of price action. So where would be the sensible exit? Well, you can probably guess where the sensible exit would be, or should I say the easiest exit. You're already stressed from the uncertainty, so where is the easiest place to exit? Now, if you're new, you think the round number is the sensible place, but it's not the sensible place at all. It's easiest, but easiest isn't necessarily sensible. Okay. Imagine examine the SLCs. If an entity can push price higher or lower, why not extract some liquidity in the process? We've got the stop loss cluster SLC above at 131, and we've got the SLC below at 1.3, and 100 pips between the two. So why not push price to get that liquidity? It's a lot of money, you just push down, get that, we can bounce and get the one above. However, we know not to place our stops at round numbers, so why do people do it? Well, maybe you didn't know. Potentially you could be watching this video and you're quite new to trading and you probably thought it was a good idea, but now hopefully by watching this video you'll know that it isn't actually a good idea. You can see how things get probed. Retail traders put their stops on round numbers for three good reasons. They are oblivious to how and why the market hunts their stop losses. Retail traders are a source of liquidity and the easy money. It's the predator and prey, analogy. And they have absolutely no exposure to sentiment, which results in their ignorance. When I say sentiment, it means the order book and the stop loss clusters. They're just trading blindly, basically. Most retail traders are full-time and cannot spend time analysing the market. They don't have any time, so they're ignorant, and they also don't have time. And so what they'll become frustrated and they're tired. No doubt they're in some drawdown. It's a typical occurrence for your average retail trader, and therefore placing stops at round numbers is just simply easier. It worsens when they adjust to stops as price gets closer. This enables the gambling aspect of trading. You should always try and stipulate your stop at a particular level and you don't move it. If you find yourself thinking that you're going to move your stop, it's a very good chance that you're joining the herd in that mentality. If you all do it at the same time and you move your stops all at once, it's going to mean that price is going to push towards where you've moved your stop. So sometimes it's just better to get out, and then you can just re-enter at a better level. And will they move their stops higher or lower as price nears their stops? Well, of course they will, since no one wants to be stopped out unnecessarily. And it's very cruel because sometimes the market teaches you that you were right for moving your stop and price actually went in the direction that you forecast. But quite often it's not the case. It's just that one or two times where it did work out for you, it reinforces that gambling aspect, and it's quite naughty. So it's very cruel, a teacher, the forex market. And so once an important psychological round number is breached, we can target the new one below. Stop hunts can then occur. You're moving your stop, and before you know it, then you're going to move your stop closer to the round number, and that got to be safe. It has to be safe. You're trading Euro USD and your stop loss is at 109. Yeah, it won't get down to 109, no way. And of course we broke that. Where did they move their stops to? 108. It has to hold 108. It has to hold. It can't break 108. And of course we went to 107. And then, you know, where are we now on the Euro USD? And each level had a sentimental attachment to it, and that's key. So you know, these are magnets basically. So nice quick video. It's not a particularly long one at all, and any questions, let me know. Remember to get the stop loss cluster indicator if you can. Use the Quasi DB code, you get a big discount. And I'm also here for questions as well. So just be careful. If you're at work, then just place your stops not necessarily at the round numbers, because this is what retail traders do. And no doubt they move their stops as well, which is something you should probably try and avoid. And that's it. So quite a quick video. Just be always careful. Capital preservation is paramount, and know your exit as well. So have a great day, and I'll speak to you guys soon.